You review it, I review you. This is my partner, Mr. It, and welcome to this year's Summerween! And this year, we thought it would be fun to take a look at Kaluna's reviews of the Halloweentown series.
Did someone say Halloweentown?
No, Jack, not your Halloweentown, the cheesy Disney Channel movies. By the way, where'd you come from?
Where most good creeps lurk. Under the bed.
Me.
Okay then. Time for plan B.
Great, now we have a skeleton in our closet.
Hey guys, it's Kaluna and welcome back to Screenshots. And it's my favorite time of year, pumpkin spice season, yay!
Oh, so you're one of those white chicks.
Haha, just kidding.
No, you're not.
Anyway, it's October, which means the spirit of Halloween is in the air, and also filling up your abandoned retail spaces across the country.
Hey, costume stores are an invaluable resource to both online producers and cosplayers.
Halloween is my favorite holiday because you get to dress up in costumes, eat a ton of candy, and somehow not get in trouble for scaring the shit out of people.
Speaking of cosplayers, those are all things you can do at any given convention.
So, for the month of October, I'm going to be reviewing all of the Halloweentown movies. That's right, do you remember those made-for-TV Disney movies?
You kidding? Critic can barely make it through the direct-to-video movies. DComs might actually kill him.
Well, the Halloweentown movies are some of the most well-remembered and well-liked of the Disney TV movies.
Yeah, but not for being particularly good pieces of cinema.
The movie begins in a random suburb on, well, Halloween. Get used to that campy 90s music, guys. It's friggin' everywhere in this movie.
It's almost as if that's the Halloweentown theme.
We cut to our protagonist, 13-year-old Marnie Piper, who is arguing with her mother, Gwen, about going out to a party on Halloween.
I'm 13, okay? I'm practically a grown-up.
13? Girl, Ariel had a better shot of playing the I'm an adult card.
Her mother, who is vehemently against all things Halloween for some reason, tells her she can't and sends Marnie's friends away.
I have my reasons, and I will explain them to you when you're taller.
Mom, you've been saying that for like my whole life, okay? It's just one night. What is the big deal?
I have my reasons, but I'm totally not going to explain them to you.
Well, we gotta force this conflict somehow.
Dylan is a total dweeb, and it doesn't help that he looks like a young Rick Moranis and talks like Minkus from Boy Meets World.
Why are you so obsessed with Halloween? I mean, it's just like Mom says. It gives little kids dumb ideas about there being magic. Like that helps them prepare for life. Personally, give me a good nature documentary any day.
Man, even I want to take this kid's lunch money.
He can keep his lunch money. I want to deck him just for the catharsis.
And finally, there is Sophie, who is cute and mostly serves as a plot device throughout the movie, having the ability to sense when the plot needs moving.
Ah yes, the power of can we get this shit going?
Marnie wonders why it is that her mother hates Halloween so much, considering that's when her mother met their dad. Who, of course, is dead, as is Disney movie standard.
No, standard is dead mom. Dead or dying parent in general is just the minimum requirement.
All of a sudden, a bus appears out of nowhere, and in drops Aggie Cromwell, Marnie's grandmother, played by the accomplished Debbie Reynolds.
And because of those accomplishments, she's likely the only actor in this movie you'll remember.
But before we can figure out where the magic bus came from and how Aggie's bag moves all on its own...
Well, between all the magic shit going on and the title of this movie, I believe we can deduce that she is in fact a witch.
We cut back to Gwen and Sophie, who is a bit upset that she can't have cookies for dinner.
Mom, I'm just gonna eat this cookie for dinner. Yeah, I'm just gonna eat this cookie for dinner. It's not a big deal. I'm just gonna eat this cookie. What are you doing? What are you doing? Oh, you fucking bitch!
I have no idea which comedian that was, but that was fucking perfect.
Aggie arrives to the surprise of everyone, and of course, Grandma's gotta spoil her grandkids with gifts.
Candy!
Oh, that's the spirit?
Oh, wow.
Unmarked candy? My favorite!
And poison control was called by the end of the night.
Hey, look! A pentagram.
Wow.
Lon Chaney had one of these on his palm when he got bitten by that werewolf.
So he did. I
always said the movies can teach us about life.
Hold on. In this 10-second clip, we get both a pentagram and a direct reference to the 1941 movie The Wolfman. In a Disney movie. What the hell is going on?
Maybe the filmmakers accidentally sent the censors the wrong copy of the movie.
Also, I'm a Wiccan.
No, no.
Yeah, that's barely even a proper witch costume, much less a Wiccan.
I can have a normal life here. They can have a normal life here.
Oh, being normal is vastly overrated.
I think I just realized where my perspective on life originates.
This right here. This exchange pretty much sums up the core tension of both the movie and the whole Halloweentown series, really.
And it gets old before this movie is over.
She tells the story of Halloweentown, a place where all kinds of monsters live together in harmony. Her hidden agenda isn't quite so hidden anymore, is it?
Well, to us, no, but to the kids, yeah.
All pretense is thrown away at this point, and Aggie and Gwen have a full-on argument about whether or not Marnie should be trained to be a witch, hilarious movie chicken magic and all.
And look at you with your plastic bowls, when you know leftover chicken keeps better when it's back on the bone.
And that was the best joke in the movie. It's all downhill from here.
If Marnie doesn't start training as a witch by the end of this Halloween, she'll lose her powers and become human. Naturally, Marnie overhears the whole thing, sparking that whole kid's natural curiosity thing that drives the plot of damn near every Disney movie forward.
It's not just limited to Disney. Damn near every kids movie in the 90s and early 2000s worked like this.
This whole thing feels a little weird to me. A lot of Disney movies have themes related to being yourself and not letting other people make decisions about your life, but it's a rare thing that it's this direct, or black and white.
Is this a compliment that it's refreshingly blunt, or a criticism that it's more heavy-handed than most movies?
Seatbelts, everyone!
God, I miss Magic School Bus.
After Marnie and Dylan get off the bus, they find out that Sophie somehow managed to follow them.
Supernatural or not, kids in movies can just do that.
Before they have a chance to figure out what's going on, they meet Calabar, a warlock who happens to be the mayor of Halloweentown. He says he knew the kid's mother a long time ago and offers to get them to Aggie's house with the help of Benny, everyone's favorite skeleton cab driver.
Is the name Benny just common amongst cab drivers or something?
Benny, is that you? No, it's Eleanor Roosevelt. Come on, Roger, get me out of here!
He warns the kids about some of the more unsavory characters in town, especially Luke, their resident 90s mall punk.
Is he really supposed to be threatening?
When they get to the Cromwell mansion, the gate is locked.
Well, that just came out of nowhere.
Marnie does her best to make up a magic spell to open the lock, but can't manage it. As she and her brother are fighting about it, though, Sophie activates her plot device powers and turns the lock into a frog. I'm sure Professor McGonagall would be very proud.
Yeah, as long as she shows up to class on time.
We see Aggie hastily putting together an instant witch's brew and are treated to probably the best gag in the movie.
Bubble, bubble, twirling.
Sorry, I still say the chicken was better.
The spell that Aggie tries to cast doesn't work, and she says that the instant brew wasn't good enough, that they'll have to make it from scratch. As Aggie and the kids head into town, she fills them in on Halloweentown's history and culture, making it sound like a pretty cool place.
It's literally just a regular town except with monsters. Unlike Jack's Halloweentown, that's actually cool.
Thank you!
Ah, yes, the well-known monster of a French aristocrat. The hell?
Have you heard the aristocrats joke? They are monsters.
Aggie runs into her friend Harriet again, but something seems off. This prompts Aggie to talk to Calabar about her suspicions. He says that she's onto something, but also tells her to leave the problem alone and just let him take care of it. Naturally, in a story like this, when an authority figure tells our heroes to just let a problem go away, that makes it a pretty safe bet that they're involved.
If not the cause.
Marnie finds her way over to a broom shop run by Elvis's reanimated corpse or something.
No, he'd probably have more dignity if that was the case.
This is a local boy, Luke.
Hey, don't sell me too short there, Grammy. I'm something of a big cheese around here. Maybe I can show you around sometime. Buy you an ice cream.
Hi, I'm the literal worst. Want to go out?
Isn't that how most jackasses get dates? Me, 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 me. Me, 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 me.
magic is really very simple. All you have to do is want something, and then let yourself have it. Now hang on tight.
So, in other words, in the most convenient, plot-devicey way possible.
It's magic, you don't have to explain it.
Unfortunately, Gwen arrives to play Buzzkill and bring the kids home.
You put that broom down right now, young lady. You are grounded.
That's the angriest pun I've ever heard.
And because of that, also the most subtle.
The history that these two characters have is made a bit clearer, and we see an example of Calabar's, moves?
You always did let your magic do the talking.
Tuxedo Mask, he is not.
No, he actually does something.
The pair heads into a creepy locked movie theater where she finds that the weird, desiccated remains of all the townspeople have been disappearing.
Hey, now that could just be what they look like. You don't know.
Through a Ghostbuster-style portal, our villain appears, announcing a bunch of details about his evil plan in the hammiest way possible, and starts firing amazing CG balls at Aggie. In fact, I want to take this time to highlight some of the great CGI effects in this movie.
We get it! What did that have to do with anything?
Now that they have the ingredients, they start to head back to Aggie's house when they run into Benny, who has now turned evil.
Was that voice really necessary?
So, naturally, to stop him, Sophie lets a dog chase him. Wait, earlier we saw that there were dog people in the gym, but there's also dogs as pets here? You know, Disney, you already had one set of confusing dogs. Knock it off.
Well, at least here, the difference is pretty obvious.
They put the brew together, but Marnie isn't able to remember the spell. Thankfully, Sophie reactivates plot device mode and remembers it perfectly, but they're still not able to get their weird magic trinket to light up. We're reminded of that old magic rule about wanting things bad enough, so they try one last time to cast the spell, and it finally works. I guess they didn't really want to save their family that bad at first.
I think it's more about them working together.
They head to the movie theater only to realize that they put together their magical Deus Ex Machina without actually figuring out what it does or what to use it for.
Well, to be fair, Aggie never told them.
Through sheer... Wait, was that David Bowie?
Me.
Evil McBadguy shows up, announcing to the gathering crowd that he is going to end their exile and lead them in retaking the mortal world as their own. As Marty and Luke are figuring out how they're going to sneak the talisman into the pumpkin, the villain reveals himself to be Calabar, much to the surprise of nobody.
Again, nobody in the audience.
Say what you will about him, though, it looks like he's winning the crowd over.
Well, yeah, he had to get elected mayor somehow.
Luke and Marnie's clever bait-and-switch plan doesn't quite work, and Calabar hits Marnie with more paralysis fireballs just as she's about to put the talisman in place. Thankfully, we aren't quite out of plot devices yet, and Marnie manages one last surge of effort to get the job done.
That wasn't a plot device or effort. She just dropped it and then it landed into place through dumb luck.
My darkness will spread unchecked, and I will be ruler of both worlds.
Unfortunately for him, he's facing the combined power of the entire Cromwell family's magic, including, surprisingly, Dylan.
Actually, not really surprising at all.
Well, whatever. He's gone and the talisman is back in the hands of the good guys. The crowd, ever in support of whoever is winning at the time.
Crowds in movies are a fickle bunch. This review's entertaining enough, with good analysis of the film, but I feel like it relies way too heavily on just summarizing the film, and much like our last episode, spends too much time showing footage from the movie without any apparent point. I'm the reviewer, and more Summerween is on the way!